The Australian Parliament's going through an interesting phase at the moment. We don't know what happens in future. Many of us study what's happened in the past, but right now, a snapshot in time, the Australian Parliament, particularly the Senate, is going through a particularly interesting phase. We have a number of people who sit on the crossbench, some of whom we know a lot about and some of whom we know very little about. In order to understand better the thinking of one of the key crossbench senators, Senator David Leyonhjelm from the Liberal Democrats joins me this morning on a book tour around the nation promoting his new collection of speeches published under the title of Freedom's Salesman. Senator Leyonhjelm, good morning to you.
Good morning, John.
We know your views on guns. You still, even after Las Vegas and all the rest of it, you still think we should loosen our gun laws?
Guns are not the problem. It's evil people who are the problem. And to associate...
You still think you can get away with that nonsense this time round after all that's gone on?
Well, have you ever looked at Switzerland's gun laws,
yes.
at the Czech Republic's gun laws,
yes.
at New Zealand's gun laws,
yes.
at Canada's gun laws?
Yes.
They've got lots and lots of guns and they don't have the problems that America has. The problem of Las Vegas and the other massacres that occurs in America is an American problem. It's not relating to guns. It's relating to something about America. Now, I don't pretend to have all the answers there, but what I can say is just because there's a lot of guns in society, as there is in Switzerland, Czech Republic, New Zealand, Canada, they don't have massacres. It can't be the guns.
They don't have access to automatic weapons in the same way.
They
don't have access to mass arsenals in the way they do in the States. You can't walk in off the street and just buy a gun. There's all sorts of safeguards.
You're an expert on America and I'm not. I don't know what the explanation is for the massacres. All I can say
I'm not an expert on America, but we looked at it closely. I was even visiting there only a month or so ago. It is astonishing. We walked in off the street into a shop and we could have bought some guns right then and there.
You'd need a background check, the FBI background check.
Depends what state you're in.
No, every state has a background check.
There are people who walk in and buy and sell guns left, right and centre. I saw it with my own eyes.
Yeah, we're not
saw a guy walk in, he had a machine gun, walked into a gun shop in Oregon with a machine gun, and the gun dealer said, and I heard this with my own ears, the gun dealer said, "Wow, I've never seen one of these before." This is a gun dealer. Guys walked in off the street with it.
Mm-hmm. I'm not sure why you think this is relevant to Australia. That's not even our policy to have machine guns or to be able to buy them without any form of licensing.
Because we're a sanctuary of common sense and amidst madness, the gun culture that we see in America, we don't want it here.
Yeah, Switzerland is a sanctuary of common sense too, and we don't have to have an anal retentive attitude to guns, which assumes the gun's going to jump up and shoot people without an evil person being behind it. Switzerland doesn't have that.
Nothing anal retentive about common sense.
No, there is difference, and you're saying it's common sense. I'm saying it's anal retentive. It's called hoplophobia. It's a psychological condition which makes you frightened of guns. You shouldn't be frightened of guns. You should be frightened of dangerous people. You keep guns out of the hands of dangerous people, and you can do that via a licensing system. Then the guns themselves are quite harmless.